Hi, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Furk, aka Phil, and today I want to show you my new toy for my Leica Q3. Since I just got this new gimbal, I just wanted to test it out on the Leica Q3, since it has a lot of new video features, especially 8K, and to just have a little bit of fun. Just wanted to give you some video samples in a vlog style setup. So let's see how the footage will look combined with this gimbal, and I will do 3 clips basically. First of all, I will just record in full HD. Second will be in 4K, and the third will be the 8K footage, all shot in 25 frames per second. Let's see. So this is full HD in 25 frames per second, stabilized with the Zhiyun crane M3S. And I just realized that my eye detect autofocus was off, so now it's back on. And what do you think about the full HD footage with the gimbal setup? And now switching to 4K. And now we are in 4K, also on the gimbal stabilized. I guess you should see some more sharpness in details, but depending on what kind of device you're watching, it might not be as noticeable. But this is 4K 25 frames per second on a gimbal from the Leica Q3. Okay, and now switching to 8K. And now this is the beauty of 8K Leica Q3. I'm wondering if this 8K footage has a lot of wobbles, since the rolling shutter is pretty bad at 8K because of the sensor readout. But to see that a little bit more, I guess I will start running this with this pretty heavy setup, because I'm doing this just for a few minutes and I'm feeling my arm and it feels quite heavy. Okay, now this is 8K running, and let's see how bad the rolling shutter is, although I have the footage stabilized with this gimbal. So let's go. How bad is it? How bad is it? And now also let's do this running test with the 4K footage on this Leica Q3 setup with the gimbal. My arm is falling off. Okay, let's run. Is it better than the 8K? Is it better or not? Comments below. Oh. And now, just for funsies, although this video was dedicated to my new toy, the gimbal, I just am curious how the footage would look like as a vlogging setup of the Q3 in 4K handheld. I'm completely stretched out, and I'm wondering if there's any rolling shutter in the 4K handheld, because with the gimbal it's definitely too heavy for me personally to use as a vlogging setup. But to get smooth footage, definitely a great, relatively compact setup. Now let's do the same handheld in 8K. And now handholding the Q3 in 8K, and I zoom. There should be a lot more rolling shutter and wobbling in the footage, since the gimbal there's no gimbal to stabilize. And I just hand holding the camera in front of me. Comments below, what kind of footage do you prefer? First of all, sorry for the autofocus. I realized after the recording of the test footage that my autofocus was not set on continuous autofocus. That's the reason why the autofocus was not spot on every time. And now I was able to review the footage, and as expected the gimbal is doing its job to stabilize the footage, and it fits very well with the Q3. But what I'm very surprised is that the 8K footage combined with the gimbal doesn't show as much rolling shutter, or almost none in my opinion, as expected. And in my opinion it's also quite close compared to the 4K footage. On the other hand, there was no surprise regarding the handheld footage. The Q3 has not enough stabilization to stabilize handheld footage while walking, and therefore you have that classic shaking, but it is very bad in 8K because here the slow readout speed of the sensor comes into play because the rolling shutter is extremely bad in 8K if you handheld the camera and in addition walk around. But overall I like the stabilized footage of the Q3 combined with the gimbal, and I will do more testings to see what kind of footage I can get with that setup, because it's quite fun to do some video work with the so-called point and shoot setup. But it's a Leica setup combined with a gimbal. Some information I forgot to add is that if you compare the Full HD footage, that the 4K and the 8K footage have a slight crop compared to the Full HD footage. It's definitely a crop and not that my arm got tired holding up that gimbal setup. But regarding that, I will do some more testing in the future. Me personally would rather carry a phone setup like the iPhone combined with a wireless mic to vlog because it's more convenient. But using the Q3, which is a photo specialized camera for vlogging purposes, is definitely doable, and with the gimbal setup you can get smooth footage like every other camera with a gimbal. I hope you found this video somehow useful, and if you're still here, thank you very much. You deserve the like. And if you want to support my small little channel, you can check the affiliate links below in the description. If you want, you can also buy me a cup of coffee, link also in the description. And if you want to see what kind of firmware features I wish for the next Leica Q3 firmware update, just click on this video.